See me, please put some ones in the chat box. If you can hear me and you can see me, please put some ones in the chat box, guys. Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me? Great. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Let me just share the link. Let me just announce that we are live. Let me just announce that we are live. All right, great. Welcome, Emmanuel. Welcome, Habib. Welcome, Daniel. You're welcome. Great. So I'm just going to be sharing my screen now. Let me go share my screen so we can get started. Something is happening in the market, and I want to let you guys know from here firsthand. Something is happening in the market, and you should know firsthand, okay? You should know firsthand what is happening. All right. Can you see my screen? Can you all see my screen? Great. Can you all see my screen? I want to see some fives in the chat box if you can see my screen. Can you all see my screen? I'm sharing my screen now. Can anybody see my screen? I just need some confirmation that you can see my screen, and then we can get started. Hello? Can you all hear me? And can you all still see my screen? I'm sharing my screen right now. Good morning. I've been asking if anybody can see my screen. Morning, Chineye. Welcome, Victoria. The ladies are coming up now. So can you all see my screen? I've been asking Daniel and Habib and Emmanuel, but they're not answering if they can see my screen. If you can see my screen, just put a 5 in the chat box, because I need to know that everybody's seeing the screen. There's something I'm about to reveal that a lot of people skipped in the market for the past week. All right, great. So if you have not, if you cannot see me clearly, all you need to do is go to the settings on your YouTube. Go to the settings on your YouTube and choose high quality. Go to the settings on your YouTube and then change the quality so you can see, clearly. All right. So before we start, I need to show you all what US dollar is doing. I've been complaining that the US dollar has been weak. It's been weak because something happened. We don't even understand. So let's go to the DXY. Now, for you to know what the dollar is doing, you go to the DXY first. Just go and see what is happening. Okay. Oh, look at that. This happened today. Okay, 10th of August. That was yesterday, 2 days ago. All right. So I'm just going to share the screen. This is DXY. All right. This is DXY. I'm going to start from the beginning. I'm I'm going to clear everything. Let's see what's been happening. All right. Now, for you to understand the DXY, I'm going to ask a question just to know those that are following. If the DXY is weak, what will be happening to the GBP USD? I want to see my smart students. If the DXY or the USD, because the DXY is the index for the US dollar, if it is weak, what do you expect GBP USD to be doing? Where are they? Where are they? Where are my students? I need you all to answer that question real quick. Good. If the thank you, Emmanuel. If the US dollar is weak, the GBP USD will be buying. If the US dollar is weak, Euro USD will be buying. If the US dollar is weak, anything that has USD as the quote pair will be buying. That is exactly what's happening. Now, we use technical analysis, and there were so many sell zones that we were expecting for GBP USD to sell. But because most of us, like me, I don't bother going to the DXY to check what's happening, because I trade mainly gold and GUSHA. So I hardly go. But now there's something going on. And if you've been following fundamentals, you will know that some news has been going on, even if it doesn't show on. And then these days, some news will just pop up from nowhere. They are not scheduled to show on Forex Factory, Fast Bull, FX Book. It will just pop out from nowhere. I'm telling you, these are the toughest times for traders, but it's fine. We will still conquer. Now, look at this. What is the DXY doing on the monthly? What do you think the UXY is doing? The DXY is doing on the monthly? What do you think the DXY is doing on the monthly? The DXY, what do you think is doing on the monthly, guys? I just drew it out. I mean, it should be clear. All right. What's the DXY doing on the monthly? Nobody's saying anything. Okay, so yeah, you are looking at this one on the monthly. What do you see? What do you see? You're seeing higher lows, lower lows, higher lows, lower lows. There's nothing like higher lows and lower lows. Oh, that's two different sides of the coin. On this time frame now, what's going on? It's selling, it's bearish. I drew it out for you already. It's bearish, okay? It's bearish. All right. And of course, it has to be bullish to go to the next sell zone. Okay. This is a possible next sell zone from here. Do you believe me? This is a possible next sell zone from here. Look at that beauty. All right. That's a fair value gap on this side. So the DXY right now has gotten to a sell zone on the monthly. All right. Now, let's see if she's actually, but you can see there's something here. If we look at this internal structure here, right? If we look at this internal break of structure here, all right, you know that she could easily take off from the 50-60 zone. She could easily start the buys from here. She could easily start the buys from here, or even still come down to this zone to continue a buy. Okay, with no doubt she has hit a sell zone, but until the sell zone is confirmed, it has not started the sell on the monthly. But it doesn't mean that it has not started the sell on the weekly. Why? Because there's surely going to be internal structure on the weekly. You see. Now look at the weekly. From that zone, you can tell that this thing has gone berserk. Like it's actually looking very much like a sell pattern. Why? You can see this was the move to the upside. All right, that was the move to the upside. It's broken structure, it broke structure again, and in fact, it's still coming down. Now, if you look here at what is happening, after giving us this kind of change of character here, I'm going to use this one. Okay, after using that, what happened? It came up here to a beautiful, beautiful zone here. All right, what is it doing? It's selling. It's selling. This is the weekly. All right. But remember, I marked out zones that she could possibly come to. I marked out 2 zones. Did I? Let's check. Let's go back just one more time. Okay. This is a zone that she could come to continue the buy up. But right now, she's selling from this zone. So we want to see what's happening. And then we came down to the weekly. And yes, it looks like a beautiful sell coming down. Let's look at the daily. So the only time we can be confirmed that it can be confirmed that the US dollar is bullish is if she breaks structure to the upside. Okay, now this is the daily. She's been dropping from here. Clearly see that. Look at her. She's been dropping from there. All right. Okay. So you see, we are seeing the lower lows and lower highs right there. Okay. Now, trust me, until she breaks this high, this baby is still bearish. Until she breaks this high, DXY is still very much bearish. Okay? DXY is still very much bearish. Until she breaks this high, DXY is still very much bearish. Now, this is the daily showing us she's still bearish, yet to get into this zone that could turn her around. So she's still very much bearish. I don't even like to look any further, to be sincere, especially with index like this. So what we are seeing now is a typical representation of why the dollar is weak, of how the dollar is acting. It's acting because it is weak. It is dropping. The dollar is dropping. So all our sell zones we've marked for gold, we've marked for GU, we've marked for EU. We are having issues now until the market turns around on the DXY. If you understood what I just explained, please put some fives in the chat box. Please put some fives in the chat box if you really understand what I'm saying. Good. So this thing is what is selling for now on the high time frame. Now, all our GU, everything, until this baby turns around, we have no hope for sales. Okay, even if you catch a sell, even BTC safe, even if you catch a sell, it's going to be a pullback until this baby breaks this high. Okay, so it's clear. Now let's see what is happening. What's going on? Please give me a second. Let me just put on the AC. All right. Okay. So let's now see. With what we have seen so far, we want to concentrate on how we can, concentrate on how we can keep buying the assets that have USD as the quote. All right, we're still going to concentrate on following the buy small, small until it turns around. Let me tell you something. Another reason why you cannot avoid SLs is that nobody knows when the market is turning. So when your SL is going to help you change your plan. Let's say the market was bullish and then it wants to do a change. Of course, it wants to do a change. It means it will hit your next bullish position and then start to sell. So you cannot avoid stop losses. What matters is your risk management. Let's look at the GU. So I know a lot of people are looking to let me open it in another yeah. Let's open it in another I don't like to spoil my work. All right, so this forex.com. Now let's use what we've learned about the US dollar and look at what is happening with GU. Okay, we understand that GU is dropping. This is a sell trend, all right, on the monthly. And there's a possibility she has come up. But let's follow this. Let's just follow this. Hold on. Before that, let's just follow this. Okay. All right. So you can clearly see that. Beautiful sell zone here, which is why everybody's looking for sales. We know. Beautiful sell zone, which is why everybody's looking for sales. But remember, we just discovered something about the DXY. Okay. So yeah, she's approached the sell zone, but concern also. Let's go to the weekly. Let's see what's happening. I'm just going to make this smaller. Okay. Now, to confirm that the sale has started, hi Aban, you're welcome. You know that you want to see a what? A break of major structure. Now, looking at the weekly, this thing is just starting. It just, you can see the current bullish trend going on here. Okay, current bullish trend going on here. Of course, we know that after the break of structure, you're expecting a pullback. We know that, but we have to be sure that that pullback has started. Hello, even if we concentrate on what we see here, it hasn't broken this low. Yeah. Let me make it straight. No, it hasn't broken that low. So there's a possibility that GU is still buying. All right. This is the weekly anyways. Let's see the daily. Now, the truth is, yes, I was expecting, when I saw the daily, I was expecting that, this is good structure here. Looking at that, this is good structure. Higher highs and higher lows. Higher high. Okay. Fantastic. Okay. So looking at that, it looks clearly like there's a change of character on the daily. You see why you must get used to stop loss. So it looks very much like there's a change of character on the daily. All right, that looks like a flip zone there. Looks very much like there's a change of character on the daily. But I wouldn't be targeting, anybody that knows me knows that. Okay. this is looking like a fair value gap, and I don't like taking trades at the fair value gap. My students know why. So this is looking like a flip zone. Why is it a flip zone? My students know why. Go and learn flip zones on your own. I'm not going to spend my time teaching you flip zones now. All right. Okay. Now, what we need to do is I'm going to pull my fib from here to here. Okay. I can even clearly see that engulfed candle right there, this place. So the next time I'm going to be giving sell chance to GU, it has to enter there. I'm not going to stress myself. Why? Because I know that there's still a sell in the dollar index. Now, hold on. Now, let me open that dollar index on a different level. Hold on. Yes. I'm just going to open it so that we can have it. All right. So remember, let's look at it on the 4-hour. Because we're looking at the other one too. So I know, you see why it's good to always chill. 4-hour, I'll be telling you, this thing has changed. It has changed structure on the 4-hour. You see, it's telling you it has changed structure on the 4-hour, but they've forgotten the daily time frame. So even if it has changed, it looks like it has changed structure on the 4-hour. What about the daily time frame? So you have to be very careful. Look at this one. How did it change? It didn't change nothing. This is the high and this is the low. It didn't change anything. It didn't change anything. But then people on the 4-hour, they are seeing that it has changed. Okay, even if it has changed, you should be catching a quick buy into the next sell zone because this thing is going to keep selling. All right. So even if it looks like it has changed structure on the 4-hour, because now people on the 4-hour, this is what they're looking at. This is what they're looking at. Now they will say, hey, it has changed structure. Oh yeah, they want to buy. They will be wanting to buy. All right, they want to continue the buy from here. But who said? Who said? Because why? There's a sell zone here that she could have continued to sell from, right? So you have to be very, very careful whenever you are trading. Always stick to the high time frames so you know what's happening. So if I'm seeing that it is selling on the daily, I'll just rather stop there and say, okay, if it is selling on the daily, now how is it affecting other pairs? The only way it's affecting other pairs is that they will be buying. And truth be told, we've been wanting to sell. We wanted to sell here. It kept going. We are looking to how to sell. People are looking for how to sell here. This thing is still pushing up. There's another zone here. This is the zone I would look for because, I mean, we're expecting, what's it called? DXY, all right, to come up or to break and keep selling. So she has a lot of things to do here. This is the high and this is the low. Right now, she could sell from here. Hold on, let me pull it down so you see. See, this is a good zone to continue to sell. All right. She can decide I want to come up here and continue the sell. So there are two things. You're going to have to wait to see if she's going to sell up to here or if she's going to continue downward. So if she breaks this low, she's going downward. If she breaks this high, she's coming to this place. You are not safe. You're stuck in between. Now, this brings me to the point that there are a lot of people that, if you notice, there are some people that trade GBP, NZD, you'll be seeing CHF, JPY. You'll be seeing them trading all these things. You'll be wondering why. The reason why is that they've caught on time. Now, this is another trick. In fact, something I'm learning myself because I'm used to USD pairs, the major pairs. I'm used to trading major pairs. And I'll be seeing some people, they'll be trading GBP CHF, GBP NZD, Euro NZD. And I'm wondering what is making these people think, why are they not sticking to the major pairs? That's because they've seen that USD is acting funny. So it's another way to say, and that's why I tell people, well, sticking to one pair has its pros and its cons. Okay, sticking to one pair has its pros and its cons. But once you see that there's Kurukere movement, it is easier to move if you're not stuck on one pair. If you get my point. All right. So the sell could have continued from here or could do this for the USD pair. Could have continued from here. It can break this low and keep going, or it will do this and come down. Now, the GBP USD, I would like to try for a sell here, but then it is safer to continue the buys, knowing what we have seen. It is safer to continue the buys into this zone. I'm looking for a buy if you ask me. I'm not even falling for that trick anymore. I'm looking for a buy if you ask me. Now, this is the 4 hour time frame. I'm telling you, the structure is really strange. Now, some people will say, at that fair value gap that we are seeing here, she has come back, she has broken structure, and it's a lie. That's not what's happening. She has not broken any structure. This baby is still on her way up. She's still giving us higher highs and higher lows, yo. This was liquidity fund for those that know, and she's coming here, and she's still on her way to the top. So the best thing to do is, if you can, just avoid. Let's go to the 1 hour and see our higher highs and higher lows playing out fine. Okay. A tap to continue the buy, and she's moving up. Okay. That was where she started that buy from, on the 1 hour. That was a point of interest here. Here, there's a point of interest here. Okay. Now she's buying to clear this high, at least. I want to continue this buy. Let me go to the 15. I want to continue that buy until I see that this thing until I see that this thing has gotten to that zone and shown me, I'll still be buying because of what I've seen with the DXY. Now, this is a strange, very strange, very, very strange. It's a very strange structure. What's all this here? What's all this? Very strange going on here. What did it do? Kept going up. Okay. She came into this zone, just a pullback. All right, so let's look at the 30 minutes. She's still pushing up, and she's pushing up fast. Let's see the 15 again. This structure is a bit confusing. But if I'm gonna be taking the next, I'm trying to crop out the break of structure. Yes, not a good pullback to me, if you ask. This thing could come back all the way down here. Yeah, sweep of liquidity to the upside. I want to see it turn around before I can even catch that quick sell down. Give me a second, guys. I'm being super careful. Yeah, so on the 5 minutes, the structure is clearer. So what am I seeing? I'm seeing that this didn't even come down properly. Okay. No, it didn't. So there could be a quick sell. But this is a small time frame, guys. Don't be trapped. Quick sell into the next buy zone, which is around here. The next buy zone around here. But this consolidation is accumulation. Where's the manipulation? Definitely above. Then we need to see, we could catch a quick sell. But this is tricky. This is really, really tricky. We could catch a quick sell, but the only time I will catch a sell is if it breaks this low. But this is the 5 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. So we need to be really, really careful. There's an accumulation here. The manipulation is above. All right. Accumulation, manipulation, and distribution. So I'm expecting, that it could sell into the next buy. So it could come back here. Okay. It didn't give us a new high. There's a reason for that. There's a reason that it didn't give us a new high after coming into this zone. So it could be coming to sweep liquidity, yeah, for the next buy. Okay, so I'd rather wait for the next buy, ladies and gentlemen. I'd rather wait for the next buy at this zone. Let me see. Yeah, this is the 1 hour time frame. So this was the POI it got into. Came up, did some nonsense, came here, definitely coming to sweep this, all right, back into this zone. So I want to see what will happen. Hold on, guys. So it's going to distribute, but I don't know what the plan is, because if this did not give me a new high, she's coming back to sweep liquidity to continue to move. So let's see. Long position from here. I'm going to be sticking to the long position from there. Let's see. Yeah, that was supposed to give us a new high, but it didn't. So if it's not giving us a new high, what she did here was to engineer liquidity. She could come down. Yeah, she could come back into this zone for the next sell. I want to look at this thing properly, guys. It's tricky. Really tricky. Really tricky. Where would I be waiting for my next buy? Yeah, I see something here. Yeah, so all this will serve as liquidity. Very tricky, guys. I wouldn't want to trade this one. I'm going to leave it. It's tricky. The structure is not straight. There's something here, but there's also something here for the next buy. But this zone looks more like it. This zone looks more like it. Yeah, that zone looks more like it. Aha, that's better. So all this will be liquidity to come and yeah, that's better. Yeah, that's more like it. So the fact that it's going to come here, sweep that liquidity, at least come into that zone. So I'll be waiting. I want to see all that sweat. Why did I choose this zone? I see a beautiful engulfed candle here, which was what violated. It was violated. It wasn't respected. All right, it wasn't respected. So this zone, yeah, this zone seems more like it to me. Seems more like it to me. Yeah, this is the zone I'll prefer here. Yeah, this zone is okay. That's a 1:4. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. All right. So if you're okay, if you understand, I'm not dropping this. I'm just going to watch this play out because, to be honest, on the 4 hour time frame, this was what happened here. From this zone, there was a change of character, another break of structure here. So every possibility this thing could come all the way down, say, oh, I want to clear all this liquidity. And then come all the way into this zone back again. Possible. But because the dollar is still dropping, I don't think it will have that kind of momentum. So I'm going to be watching this one. But in all honesty, right now, the USD pairs are acting real funny. All right. The USD pairs are acting real funny. You see, that's why I like that zone. It was violated, so it could come back there and take off. Is it clear? If it's clear, put some tools in the chat box. Don't stop smashing the like button. Don't stop smashing the like button. And please share the link. Share the link. At least now you know what is happening. Now you know. Some people don't know this. Some people are still battling with it, like what is going on. But now you know. So if you understood, so smash the like button, put some fives in the chat box. Let me know that we are together. Okay, twos. Yeah, put some twos in the chat box. Let me know we are together. Okay. So good. So all this is liquidity to me. That's the next possible, is a key level here. That's a key level here. Key level here. Key level here. Key level there. Key level. Yeah, that's a key level to me. All right. Only Chineye is putting twos in the chat. But are we here? Are we playing? Are we playing? Where are my twos? If you understood what I just showed you, where are my twos? All right. So now we're going to move on. Let's see what GJ is doing. Another thing we need to do is look at the JPY basket, because to real long, I don't know what the JPY is doing. That JPY, GJ did us bad because we waited to sell GJ. GJ kicked us out. We waited to buy GJ. GJ kicked us out and started buying. So we saw that it was giving us a change of character. But now nobody is sure anymore what's going on with GJ. So we're going to look at the JPY basket, because it's driving me nuts. I can't believe what GJ is doing. Seriously, we were supposed to sell GJ as well, but let's look at the JPY. Let's look at the JPY basket. Let's see what the JPY basket is doing. All right. Yeah, so now you know the index to check the US dollar, and you know the index to check the JPY pairs. There are so many. All right. But they have one of the strongest. All right. So looking at this on the monthly, this is crazy though. Looking at this on the monthly, it's obvious what the JPY pair is doing. All right. It's obvious what the JPY pair is doing. Let me look at it on the weekly, more structure for me. It's obvious what the JPY pair is doing. I mean, we can clearly see that. It's so obvious what the JPY pair is doing. Okay, she's been unable to break that zone. Okay, the JPY pair is selling. We can't even shout. Look at it. It's giving us lower lows and lower highs. Okay. So this is all liquidity. It could come back here and dump, but we don't know yet. That was the last high and the last low, and this is the weekly time frame. Now she's building up liquidity here, hopefully to come back into this zone. Okay, come back into this zone and take off into the next sell zone, because this thing hasn't. There's a next sell zone here. This is all liquidity created here. Yeah, where you have the equal highs. This all liquidity here. All right. Share the link, guys. We are reducing in number. It's very discouraging. Share the link, guys. We're reducing in number. So look at all the liquidity gathered around here. All right. All right. So, Aban Ahmed, calm down with that GU. Let's watch it. Let's watch it. Let's watch it, please. Please, Aban, calm down, calm down, calm down, calm down. Okay, calm down. Let's watch it, please. Let's watch it. Yeah. So we are seeing the gathering of liquidity here. We know the market will always target liquidity. So we want to see, this is JPY basket, by the way. We want to see the market come down a bit, sweep this one below, come into a good POI before it sweeps this liquidity, gets in somewhere there and continue the sell. All right. Smash that like button, share the link, guys. Smash that like button. Let's push this live. Yo. So let's see the daily. So right now, what do we see? The market is tanking. Where is she tanking to? To a possible zone here to come for this liquidity here. We know. So she's tanking. So if the JPY is tanking, it's natural for GJ to do what? If JPY is tanking, GJ should be what? GJ should be what? GJ should be, because remember, it was supposed to sell. It was supposed to sell, but what is it doing? It's creating liquidity. It's not selling anything yet. It's creating liquidity. Now it has, from that liquidity again, it has come and broken internal structure here. Okay, it broke internal structure. Remember, mind you, this is the daily time frame. This is the daily time frame. So if the JPY basket is selling, what will GJ do? If the JPY basket is selling, what will GJ do? I want to see the smart students here. I'm tired of shouting. Come on, guys. Come on, come on, come on. Give me my answers. If your JPY basket is selling, okay, beautiful, beautiful. How is it that Deborah that just came in is the one answering my question? Emmanuel, Chineye, Aban, Egbo, where's everybody? Why are you? Big Marcel, answer the questions. I like an interactive session. So, of course, if the JPY is tanking, we're expecting the GJ to buy. Now, the problem is, if you look at the 4-hour time frame, okay, if you look at the 4-hour time frame, which is crazy, because on the 4-hour time frame, you are seeing inner structures that you want it to obey. Now, internal structure here has told us, it has given us a change of character here. Okay, it has given us a change of character here. Good, thank you. Now, if it has given us a change of character here, we know it is coming down to at least take off from, if I pull my fib, is gradually approaching a zone here. But who's to say that this thing will not keep going down? I mean, it's in a downtrend already. But on this zone, it's looking like, okay, she would go up until she gets to that next sell zone. So let's mark the sell zone on the daily. Let's mark the sell zone on the daily. Okay, let's mark the sell zone on the daily. Now, looking at this, it started dropping from here. It broke, did a change of character here. And yeah, I'll look at this point here. Why? Because there was a point of, yeah, so I'll be looking at from here to here. You see? So there's every possibility that she could come down here and take off. All right. But remember, there's a zone she could come down here to. So we have to look on the JPY. Is either she breaks this zone to keep coming down, or she goes like this. So this is the analysis, actually. This is the daily time frame. Okay. So she could pick up from here. Okay. And keep going up to the next sell zone, which is around here, this zone here. Why? Because it looks like a flip zone. It came to a POI, pushed up, came back down. So around here, it could come back to this zone. Okay, then dump. Okay, so the question is, we don't know. We have to wait to see if this baby is going to buy from here, or better still, break it below and keep coming down. Very possible. Very, very possible. Very, very possible. You see, something could happen from here. So it's either she's going to break below, or she's going to take off from here. Now, this is the 4-hour time frame. Now let's look at GJ again. Let's look at GJ again. So what did we see in the JPY basket? The JPY basket is currently selling, but approaching a possible buy zone. So if the JPY is dropping to approach a buy zone, the GJ will be doing what? The GJ will be buying, approaching a sell zone. Is it clear? Now, this is the 4-hour time frame. Let's look at GJ. Let me not confuse some people's heads here, because this is the time to look at indexes to really understand what in the name of God is going on. So see what happened. GJ was going up, going up. It gave us a change of character. But it's beginning to look like that change of character was false. Why? Because it looks like it just came to sweep the liquidity there to continue buying. Now, if it is going up, it's definitely approaching a sell zone. But what is the next sell zone I'm seeing here? Let's go to the 4-hour time frame. Oh, it looks, what is happening? So after that, it broke that. We were expecting it to sell here. It did not sell. It did not. Where is my fib? It did not sell. Hasn't broken that high though. Hasn't broken that high though. I will concentrate on buying. I will concentrate on buying because I've seen that the DXY, what was this? The daily time frame. The DXY is approaching, no, sorry, the JPY. The JPY is approaching, is selling and approaching a buy zone. So, but this is the 4-hour. Let me see on the daily, same on the daily. So it's selling and approaching here. Then the GJ on the daily should be buying to approach the next sell zone, which should be around here. Yeah, from what I see. We are still praying it will dump from here, but this is liquidity. This whole thing like this is liquidity. So what's the next sell zone? If you can see, all this is liquidity here. That's all liquidity right there. So we expect her to grab all that liquidity and come into a possible sell zone here. Now, this is a big gap on the daily time frame. There's a decision level here too that I see. For those that know decision level, that's 200. It's too thick. Let me reduce it. Yeah. Yeah, that's about 200.750 or so. There's a decision level here. There's a gap here. There are so many places she could go into. So the best thing to do with GJ is to continue buying. Why? Because the JPY basket is what? Selling. It's selling. So we look for how to buy. So this was a trick. We wanted to buy from here. Now, what she did was to kick us out and continue going. We would have been in this buy. For those that were in my trading class, we wanted to buy. This thing kicked us out and gave us like a break of structure. So this is not, this is a sweep of liquidity to me, because you can clearly see she's coming to clear that liquidity. She's coming for it. Give me a second. Let me rename that. Yeah, that looks, this is very much like what it looks like. So now we are buying GJ. We are looking for how to buy GJ, at least into this decision level or into that gap, that big gap. That's a very big gap on the daily time frame. Let's see how that place looks on the 4-hour. We have to look at the far left. You see, oh, beautiful. Now at that decision level, there is a beautiful, on the 4-hour, at that decision level, there's a beautiful uh supply zone right here, or whatever you want to call it. You can call it different names. To me, this is, you can see that zone right here. Always look at the far left. You can see that zone right here. Yeah, so she's definitely buying into that zone, definitely buying into that zone. So how do we join the buys into the zone that we have? Let's see. 4-hour time frame. So you see how looking at the indices or the index helps us to make decisions. Most of us don't. I don't. I make a mistake of not. I just go straight to the asset I want to trade and I just go forward. Now, you are more prepared when you can see what the JPY basket is doing and what the US dollar index is doing, the DXY is doing. Okay. All right, so on the 4 hour time frame, we can clearly see this thing giving us higher highs and higher lows. She's showing no mercy. She's currently giving us higher highs and higher lows. She's on the way to the top. All right, so I'm just going to mark it out. Okay. That was a break of structure. Broke it, came in there, gave us another high, pulled back, gave us another high. So I'm just going to let me look at it on. I need more structure. I need more structure. Yeah, that's better. That's better. Okay. I'm deleting that. Okay, that was a break of structure. Came back, gave us another one. Although that wasn't a very good pullback, but that level was even respected right there. Okay. I don't like this kind of structure. It's too tiny. It's not exact. This didn't pull back now. It didn't pull back. What's she doing? Now she has given us another high again. See the 30 minutes. Yeah, she's giving us another high from there again. You see that? So let's even see if that pullback was nice. Okay. That pullback was actually nice on the 1 hour, on the 30 minutes. It's complicated, yo, guys. Very complicated. And I just want to see where I'll be waiting for the next buy. I'm looking for a buy. Yeah, I'm looking for a buy. That zone seems palatable here. Yeah, this place looks good. I like this zone. It could even come all the way to tap into that beautiful, beautiful wick there. Let me see how it looks one more time on the one. Let's see the 45 minutes. That's another one that really saves me. 45 minutes. Yeah, so this 90 minutes looks more like it. So I want to see it pull back into this zone. Yeah, I want to see it pull back into this zone. Yeah, that's better. The 90 minutes made it really clear. Made it really clear for me. So I want to see it pull back into this zone and then shoot up. Hold on. Let's look for the long position too. The long position too. Yeah, remember, what did we see on the daily? She's coming for that liquidity to clear all that into this zone. So yeah, we could even trade into that zone like that. Even on the 4 hour, we saw the same. Okay. All right. So I love the setup here. Okay. I love the setup here. Hoping that she will create some sort of liquidity. Hoping that she will create some sort of liquidity. If not, she's going to utilize all this as liquidity and come to this zone, which is likely to happen. Although this move to the upside was genuine because it took off from the break of structure here. That's a genuine one. Yes, it happened. So this is a typical resistant on support and it took off. Okay. Typical resistant on support and it took off. After that, you see, pulled back here. All right. Pulled back here and gave you another one. So that's it. So that's what I see. Hopefully, I get to see liquidity created around here before, but this is what I'm looking at for the next move. GJ, we're going for the next buy. All right. Is that clear? I'm going to be dropping this one. Okay. But bear in mind, ladies and gentlemen, it can decide if liquidity is not created before then. It can decide to use this as liquidity, use that as liquidity, come back down here, because if you go to the 4-hour time frame, I mean, this is the only reasonable zone on the 4-hour time frame, this area here. Okay. Yeah, I think we'll stick to that area. On the 4-hour, this is not even structure. This is just mad movement. But on the 1 hour, you're seeing structure. So we have 2 entries. That's life. So if you want to try this one, you try this one. If it hits you out, you wait for the next one. That's life. That's the life of a trader for you. Okay, get used to it. Where is my box? Why this is better is because there's liquidity before the entry. The market is just somehow just anyhow. Yeah, I think we'll prefer to wait for this one, because on the 4-hour, all these ones is crazy. This is not liquid. This is not structure at all. This is nonsense. That zone looks good though. That zone looks good. That zone looks very good. Give me a second. Let me just pull my feed. It hasn't returned. This fib is not activated yet. That fib is not activated yet. Yo. Yeah, that fib is not activated yet. All right, I'll be watching GJ. If that fib are activated by coming back to at least to the 23%, then I'll say let's wait for this. Let's use this as liquidity instead. But it hasn't even come back. It hasn't even come back. It has not even come back. That's the point. That's the problem. So we'll wait though, because this is the only zone. This is the better zone. I mean, this was the last move to the upside, and there's liquidity here. I mean, liquidity to be cleared if we use this place as liquidity. Yeah, so I prefer this one. I'll wait for this entry instead. This is liquidity. I'll wait for this entry instead. Yes, this pullback. I need it to come back a little bit down. Then this my fib would have activated for the 4-hour time frame. All right. Is it clear? We're going to wait for this one. We're going to wait for this one. I'm telling you, we're going to wait for this one. We're going to wait for that one. But if she gets to that zone here, we'll be looking for an extra confirmation to get in for the sell. All right. So until she gets in here, we're not, and then we are seeing confirmation happen. We are not going to take that chance. Okay. We're not going to take that chance. But I would love to buy into that zone. That's what I'm looking for. To buy into that zone. Okay. I want to buy into that zone. Yeah, I want to buy into that zone. This looked like liquidity cleared from the downside, break of structure. Yeah, that's what I'm going to be waiting for. I've made my decision. All right, so I'm going to put that as liquidity to be swept. Okay. So what are my coordinates? $198.400, 198.404. All right, what's the SL? Let me give it some space. Too tight. Okay. 198. I think I like 198. Let's give it some space. Okay, so 198. 198. What's this? 198.05. 190. Call it 198. SL 198. All right, TP. Sorry, guys. Let me see if, yeah, swept. Ooh, that sell. I like that sell. We've been waiting for it. That liquidity has been swept here. That's a good sell zone, though. Oosh, that place is very, very attractive for that sell. But because of the JPY basket, we are not trying it. The JPY basket is selling. We cannot sell. So it's better to look for a buy. So I'll be looking for a buy there. TP is 200, 200.5, 200.500, 200.500. I think that's fine. 200.500. All right. Is it clear? Are we good with what we are seeing for GJ? For GJ, are we good? Put some eights in the chat box if you're good with what I just analyzed for GJ. All right. Thank you. It's crazy. It's really clear. Let me see something too. Hold up. I saw that. This looks good. Let me see. Hmm. That's another zone. That zone looks nice. But it came back there, gave us a new high, tapped into there, gave me a new high again. Yeah, I'll rather use all that. Yeah, because this is a sweep of liquidity below, break of structure. So, yeah. So, I'm sticking to that. Let's see it play out. Yeah. All right. So, we are good. We are good. Now, we've seen the issues with, and I don't know how anybody right now be trading UJ. How is anybody? So okay. Let me take some. Let's look at gold, then we can move on. Let's look at gold, then we can move on. Let's look at the gold, then we can move on. Aha. All right. So gold is fooling everybody. Gold, and then there was something that Oga Trump tweeted yesterday about gold. I'm trying to look for the tweet. He said something about gold not. Hold on, I'm just going to check it. I'll check it online. He said something about gold, and then he's playing with us. If you're a trader of gold, Trump Trump tweets about gold. I can check it here. I think he tweeted that thing yesterday. Okay. What did he say yesterday? Um, was it 4 days ago? Gold prices are on a roller coaster after a curious tariff ruling. There was something. Okay, so 16 hours ago, 16 hours ago, Trump says gold will not be tariffed, guys. I don't. So go watch your fundamentals, guys. So Oganla is saying he's not putting tariffs on gold. And what do you think that says about gold? When Trump is saying that no tariffs will be put on gold, what do you think will happen? I want to see those that are thinking. Hey, gold. I mean, Trump. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Now, technically speaking, I am looking for how to sell gold. Me, I'm looking for how to sell gold. I'm looking for how to sell gold because this shit has happened before. I was talking to a mentee of mine. He's actually in the US. And we looked at gold together. And he was like, Ma'am, if you remember, this same situation happened with gold. And I'm going to be showing you people, for those that are here, because those that are not here, I'm sorry for them. They cannot, the market is anyhow now. So if you are not aligning with what is happening sometimes, but at the same time, stand your ground because you've seen this happen before. And they said the market is a cycle. So it could, someone can come up and say, oh, this happened, thinking that it will change what happened. It's a lie. What happened 10 years ago will happen again. Now I'm going to be showing you gold on FXCM. Lucky are those that are here. Yeah, I'm looking to sell gold. I'm looking to sell gold, but I'll show you something. Was it the weekly? I think it was the weekly. Is it the weekly? This thing happened before. This thing happened before. Is it weekly or monthly? Yeah. What was that sell? What was that sell we saw? Okay. I think it was this zone. You know, if you remember my analysis, we're waiting for gold to pull back a bit more to continue the buy. We know. So it's doing the exact same thing. Now let's see it on the weekly so that it's not looking so funny. So look at this part of zone, this area. Look at this area very well. And look at it again here. Now, the market, okay, came, was it that it came back, pulled back and pulled. You see that sell, this sell. You see what happened? It couldn't break this high. Couldn't break this high. Although it came back into a very good zone here. Came back into a very good zone to continue. It couldn't break that high there. All right? If you're with me, stay with me. It didn't break that high there. What happened? What did it do? It came and came down again, even more. All right? Very close to our Beningin zone. Cleared all that liquidity before it gave us the new high. Now, what makes you think? And trust me, there was news, there was probably something that the market did and Guinea one. Stand your ground, actually, stand your ground, because these people are playing with us. They are playing. Okay, so it came into this other block here and took off. All right, which was very close to our Beningin zone. And then it then gave us the new high we were looking for. Okay, this has happened before. Now she has come here again. She's doing the same old shit. Now, what is she doing? Gold. Let me bring it down to the daily. What is she doing? Gold gave us a break of structure here. I'm not falling for that trick. Why do you think these men are filthy rich and we are not yet as rich as they are? Because they use their power. Trump is a trader. All right, so this is it. What's happening here? Now, the same thing is happening. All right. The market pulled back to a very good discount zone to continue the high. But why do you think it didn't break the high? Why? Why didn't it break the high? Why didn't it give us a new high? She's here confusing everybody. Why didn't she break? Why didn't she give us a new high? Why? Because she's coming back to take out this, to take it out. She's coming to take it out, ladies and gentlemen. She's coming to take it out. Hey God, I beg. She's coming to take it out. She's coming for that liquidity there. Yep. She's coming for that, whether we like it or not. She's coming for that liquidity there. Now, not only could she not break the high, she came and gave us a break. And we keep shouting this thing. I've seen it happen before. We saw that this has happened before. Let me just mark this liquidity here nicely. Give me a second. I think I deleted it by mistake. All right. Now, not only did she not give us a new high, I think I'm giving too many gems here for free. I shouldn't be doing that. I should not be doing this, really. You guys, I should not be doing this. And if I say share the link, they won't share the link. If I say smash the like button, they won't smash the like button. I'm not making anything from you, just dashing you free knowledge. And you people are here, smash the like button. No. Share the link. No. Even gift self that you can dash me here. No, they will never do it. So what am I? In fact, why am I bothering? Why in this life am I bothering? Like, I don't know. I don't know why I'm bothering with you guys. Seriously. 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 It's a ripoff. It's a bloody ripoff. Why am I giving you all this for free? People should go and buy gold. Go and be buying the gold. Share the link, no. Pay for mentorship, no. Like, no. Smash the like button, no. Give gifts online, no. Why am I here making you rich? Change of character has happened and he still refused to break this high. He still refused to break that high. Instead, what did he do again? He came back and gave us another church here. I didn't even move from, this is still the daily time frame. I didn't even move. I called this trade last week, the 3,400 zone, between the 3,400 and the 3,390. Gold has been dropping since then. Gold has been dropping since then. However, to outsmart these people, okay? Wherever you see liquidity, take it. Wherever you see liquidity, take it. And you would rather want to see that the market comes down to break another structure here. So enter with your full chest. But deep down, this is the goal. I want to see the market drop down, seize that liquidity. Seize this liquidity here, come into this good zone to continue the buy. So currently she's doing nicely. She's doing nicely currently, but we still have to be careful, because right now, it's what he said we give it will affect the gold, but it doesn't mean that the gold will start buying. You can see now the gold is doing what it likes here. Doesn't mean the gold will start buying. What you would want to do is wait for a good zone, a very, very good zone for the sell, in case the market decides to use this as liquidity and come up to this zone. Yeah, very possible. Very, very possible. Why? It's so wiki. And my students know I don't trust fair value gaps. They know. It's always a zone for trapping, to trap people, to trap traders. It's always a zone to trap traders. Oh my god, I'm just reading the comment section. Somebody said they're going 419, all of you, 419. Lie. Why you up and down? Mm. It's just God put it in my heart. I don't know. The burden is too tight. That's why I'm here. It's not because of anything again. I know holy pass. It's just God that put it in my heart. People are just lucky. I'm seeing something here too. All right, so there's every possibility that the market, because of what Oga has tweeted now, that there will be no tariffs on gold. It's very possible the market could come down, to continue and push this thing to this side, using this as liquidity to come into a more aggressive zone. Okay. Why am I choosing this gold zone? There was a beautiful supply zone that was violated, so it could come into back into that zone right there, and then it could take off for the buy, just because of what Oga tweeted 16 hours ago. But what is our main goal here? Our main goal is, okay, fine. If she starts buying from here, of course she's targeting this liquidity. She could come in back here. There's a beautiful decision level. Oh God. Oh Lord. There's a beautiful decision level here. I can't even shout. 3,413. If Tutu were here now, Tutu will find this thing, because she's very good with this Malaysian support and resistance thing. I don't know. This was a close 3,412. 3,412. Yeah, there's a beautiful, yeah, it could come in here. So between here and here, I have a zone here. She could likely come into just above this liquidity, So there's every possibility that this baby, gold baby, could come down here, okay, because of what Oga has tweeted, push up to sweep that liquidity and come down. Now, do you see how to match fundamentals with what you are seeing on the chart? Do you see how I'm watching the fundamentals? I'm looking at the index that controls the pair. I'm looking at technical. So I'm looking at fundamental, because right now the market is bloody. And ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow we have CPI. We have CPI coming. We have CPI USD. This is why a lot of people are not trading USD pairs anymore for now. They are done. You see them trading GBP, NZD, GBP, CHF, Euro, NZD, NZD, JPY. You see those strange things. That's because they don't want US dollar wahala. They don't want the US dollar wahala. We have CPI today. I don't see for today. Is it today? Woo! There's CPY. Oh, yo. Oh my goodness. It's today. What was I seeing? Is it today? Ooh, there's CPY. Oh, CPI today. Okay. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Okay. Let's see what happens. Hey, it's not a small thing. No. All right. So it could come back here and bounce. So there are two possibilities The market will come in here, it could come in here, bounce up to that zone before dropping, all right, to break structure and continue the sell. Um, so let's watch out for it. Okay, let's watch out. Um, that sell is beautiful from that fair value gap, but because of what Oga is tweeting now, we cannot just be looking for how to join the sell. I want to really see a bounce because of what he's doing. I want to see a bounce, but to be sincere, the next place for the sell is 3,412. I'm gonna wait. We're gonna wait for extra confirmation. Without even shouting, this is my strategy. Now it's heads and shoulders for QML. Now I'm seeing that beauty. Yeah, so but I want to see liquidity swept before my entry, and that's it there. So I'm not even going to shout. I'll wait for this. Hey, Holy Spirit. So the best thing to do is actually, because we have to put into consideration what Odogu is saying, we'll just have to target this next place, okay, for the next sell. But wait for extra confirmation though. So making this your liquidity, nice liquidity to pull down, because all that thing is just to confuse you. Let me tell you, Odogu is a trader. So I mean, who wouldn't want to use influence to make money? 312.59. We can use 3413 or 3412.5. Yeah, let me see. Yeah. Yeah, that looks like a very good psychological zone as well. Then my SL 344.72. All right, TP. We know where she's going to, but let's not be too. You can hold it. You can hold it for as long as you want. We know she's going for this liquidity, 3,120, 3,120. So, but you can take. We know that you take inner structure. I mean, take inner liquidity out. All right. So we can take this one out. Take this one out. Take this one. We can stop here if you want. Okay. 326. 326. 3246. 3246. I want to be sure that it's correct. Okay, 3268. 3268.30. Was that 3267? Is it 3267? I'm trying to get the correct. Yeah, 3268.50. 3268.50. Okay. Okay. Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you for sticking with me. I have to go now. I have to go. I have other things to do. I hope you've learned a lot. And I'm starting something beautiful very soon. For those that I'm partnering up with my broker, and I wish everybody could be on that broker. I mean, I'm doing something big is coming. I remember when I said something big is coming, it's coming. Where you people might not have to pay anything, you just use the broker. But when I think about the kind of stress I put into teaching, to teach for free, and I'm not even appreciated for itself. I mean, let's manage what we can do for now. This is it. This is what I'm waiting to see. I want to see this liquidity swap before that entry, and then for it to start toppling down. But for sure, what happened before is about to happen again, and you don't want to miss out on that sell. You don't want to miss out on that sell. Okay, love you guys very much. Mwah. Thank you so much. Goodbye for now. Bye.